Welcome back to episode 8 of the Osrynn Tales live play D&D game here on Twitch. Last week, our group set forth from the town of Asari yet again to deal with the goblin threat in the local area. This time they were returning to the lizard folk encampment where they had previously met a group of lizard folk and took an offer of alliance from the lizard folk back to the town of Asari. They were setting forth last week to deliver said message, and when they got to the lizard folks' cave, there was goblins and undead and bugbear all over the place, cutting lizard folk down left and right. Lizard folk cutting down the goblin forces, and our little group jumped in, saved some of the lizard folk on the outside, and rushed into the caves, which is where we left them off last week, to hopefully save the innocent lizard folk, the non-combatants, the civilians living and hiding in the cave, waiting for heroes to step up and save them. Thank you for the raid, Mr. Genie Bruh. Welcome in, everybody. We are going to get started here tonight real quick, real hot off the top of the show. I'm going to need everybody, as soon as I take you to the correct map, I'm going to need you guys to roll for initiative. So there are a ton of goblins and skeletons in here. There are some goblin folks and skeletons that have died. A lot of the lizard folk look like really injured. It is an all-out fight. Right off the top of the bat, you do see a lizard folk who's dying. He's bleeding out over here. But obviously between you is a skeleton and some goblin folk over here kind of take alert of you guys as you run into the cave. Turn order here for you guys. Which one? Oh, yeah. Yeah, I found that today. I had a bunch of different gifts all set up, but they all broke on me. I think they all got taken off of Giphy or something, because I can't find them again. Got a bunch of cool, like, pixel art environments, and I had to scramble to find something for tonight. Yeah, well, now that we're on this map, go ahead, you guys, and roll for initiative. Yeah, you gotta click on your character on the map, like click on your character token, so that the game like assigns the role to a token and puts it on the turn order. Yeah. Is everybody on a turn order? Is refreshing? All right. I think we're all on there. Welcome in, everybody. We are just about to start our combat encounter in the Lizard Folk caves. Our heroes here to deliver news of an alliance between the Lizard Folk and the common folk of Asari, as both communities are being confronted by these zombies and skeletons and goblins and bugbears. We are going to start with Sift rushing into this cave, taking stock of the situation. You can see there are a few lizard folk who are unconscious and dying. They can be saved. There are a handful of enemy forces who have been dispatched. There are a skeleton and 2 goblins kind of turn and look at you guys as you rush into this cave. Looks like they are fighting towards the upper right-hand corner of the map. As you guys enter, you hear in one of the lizard folk cry out, he's like, "Protect the younglings!" And continues to fight. What do you do, Sift? Yeah. They look like they have been pretty much been ignored by the lizard folk. Neither of them seem to be injured. Hold on a sec. Yeah, give me a second here. I'll check in. My Discord got messed up again.
He says he can't hear anybody.
All right.
Can't hear anybody?
I think we fixed. I think I fixed it. Sorry about that, folks. Had some settings go to default on the soundboard. But you guys should be able to hear people now.
Hi, everybody.
Hello.
Hi.
Hola.
So, yeah. The 18 to hit the goblin on my right.
18 will hit a goblin.
Okay. This is good. I hadn't actually planned to hit, so let me think for a second.
I hadn't actually planned to hit this son of a bitch.
We are looking at 14 damage.
14 damage in one swing?
1d12 plus 4.
Using a lance within 5
Yes.
feet?
I suppose I could.
Did you not have
Roll
disadvantage
again.
on the thing?
No, I would have disadvantage. So we are looking at a 13.
Yeah, 13 doesn't hit.
Well then it didn't work for me there.
Jeez.
That would have probably mulched most of that goblin, though.
Yeah, that would have been That was a really strong hit. That build's ridiculous. Yeah, lances are disadvantaged within 5 feet, right?
Yes, if they're within 5 feet, I have disadvantage. Unless they're prone or something like that, then it goes out. But yes, my lance is currently a +6 to hit and +4 on damage. It's kind of everything my character does. It's about the only thing I can do good.
At that point, I think 2 of the skeletons are gonna send arrows at you, running in, making yourself known to them, and them being all dumb and stuff. So let's
Okay, let me roll real quick for the mirror image. I just don't know what I'm supposed to have as my target. I must roll an 8 or higher, and it hits one of them instead.
okay.
And I will just roll 2 different dice here so that you can see both results.
Okay.
Yeah, no, they're both hitting me.
Let's check.
Damn it.
those
Well,
numbers.
they're both going to me.
Yeah, both of those come in hot. I think the first one's gonna miss you.
But
The
the second
11.
one does hit. Yeah.
The second one for 21 is gonna hit you, and does not go to one of your mirrors.
No. I would have need to roll an 8, and I rolled a 4 and a 5. So.
Gotcha. You get nicked in the shoulder, by one of the arrows. Take 3 piercing damage. The other 2 skeletons are in melee combat with people, so they'll be making short sword attacks. This guy's gonna move up here, and this guy's gonna move in over here, I think. They're gonna make short sword attacks against the lizard folk. The 16 will hit. That is going to knock out one of these lizard folk over here in that group. The one that was this guy right here, who was shouting at you, sees or I guess hears his ally kind of crumple behind him, and he shouts out, "Quickly now! Quickly, we're losing numbers!" And that is actually going to be lizard folks' turn. There are 1.
If you can, don't hesitate to run past me.
Okay, let's see which ones are still up. All right. 2 of these guys are going to attack the bugbear. So one's gonna get a heavy club and a spike shield. Oh my! That is considerable amount of damage going into Mr. Bugbear there. As a lizard folk fighter to the north of that bugbear, kind of in the middle of that pack, just slams him with the club and the shield. Is that seriously 16 plus 5 is what, 21 damage? Holy crap. That almost knocks that bugbear out.
That's a good hit.
Hell yeah.
And a
Followed by a
double
good hit.
crit. Wow. Well,
Double crit.
why am I hitting on these guys? Hitting the bugbear. I should be making the bugbear hit you guys with these rolls.
No. Take out the bugbears.
The other guy attacking the bugbear. He is going to kind of force him down to his knees with his shield, and he's just going to impale him with this javelin. He's going to take out that bugbear. This might be a little bit easier than I thought it was going to be. And then this last guy is just going to trying to hit this. Holy crap! These lizard folks are on point, you guys. Coming in, smacking up on that skeleton guy. All right, Genie, bruh. It is Rowan's turn.
Yay! Okay, guys. Let's see. First, I need to give myself bardic inspiration.
You also need a tree.
You can't give yourself
You
bardic
can't.
inspiration, but you can like use it for things.
What would you use it for?
You can use it for cutting words, which reduces incoming damage when enemies like attack you and your friends. There might be something else from lore bard that you can do specifically. It depends on like your subclass and stuff.
Can I give him bardic inspiration? Or is that against the rules because I'm playing?
I mean, if you I think you might be able to give him your bardic inspiration.
Because I have channel points, so I was thinking about doing that. But if I'm playing, then I understand I couldn't.
Yeah, that's more for the audience to
No. It's
sway
good.
the
I was
sway
just
the
asking.
stream. You
Just
know what I'm saying?
asking.
Okay. All right. This is what I'm doing here. I'm gonna run to here, right? I'm gonna run to here. All right. Can I use pyrotechnics?
Yeah, there's like a big campfire in the middle of the room that you could cast pyrotechnics on.
Okay.
I am all for this idea.
There is a large group of people all right here.
Looks like Cascadia Studio
And I
is
think it is a perfect
inspiring
audience
Genie, bro.
for my light show especial. So if we could get that popping off.
So you got inspired, my dude.
Yeah, dude. Cascadia Studios redeemed bardic inspiration for Genie, bro.
Hell yeah.
The audience is in your favor tonight.
Thank you. Let me
Choose it up.
yeah, I'm sneezing. Ah! Not again.
You gotta
Okay.
lurk.
So
Give
with
myself-
that goblin
Yeah.
and these zombies, it looks like.
There it is. Giving myself bardic inspiration.
Yeah.
Nice.
So you're making it explode? Is that what we're doing? Trying to blind these guys?
Yes. Everybody in a 60-foot range, right? All these dudes are in a 60-foot range.
No, you can cast it up to 60 feet away. It
What
affects
is the-
people within 10 feet of the
Son of a
blast.
bit. How far away? Here, let's see here. How many hits is that?
You'll be able to get this goblin and these two zombies.
Damn it.
That's 3 enemies that could potentially become blinded.
So question, why do I have to conjure it from the fire? Why can't I just do it? Why do I need to?
Because Pyrotechnics first line says, choose an area of non-magical flame that you can see and fits within a 5-foot cube within range. So this is like manipulating flames that already exist.
Okay. I understand that now.
That's
Alright.
still a pretty good chunk that you can see on that.
Yeah, 3 people is not bad.
Yeah, but I was really wanting to like, really just some stuff up.
I have oil. You could totally run up and grab the oil off me.
I've already ran to here though. What do I do? Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Hold on. I need to check something here. I have. Damn it! No, I drank my ale. Shit. No, I was about to say, can I throw my ale up in the air and try to catch it on fire?
Game's wrong.
I have a candle though. But I have no way of lighting the candle. Shit. Yeah, okay. I do, guys. I'm working. I'm trying here. I'm trying. I can't. All right, we're gonna try to hit these 3 guys right here, I guess.
Yeah, man, three dudes is really not that bad.
All right.
It helps me out because one of them will be blinded attacking me.
Okay.
He will. Let's find out. We'll roll for the goblin first. How about it? 16.
Well, maybe not.
Zombie's got a pretty good constitution as well. Or maybe not.
I'm gonna get.
Let's see.
Ah.
So you
get
one
one.
of the zombies gets blinded.
I got 1.
Good. It's like a good. Here's like an eye that's bleeding. How about that?
Does anyone have a firebolt cantrip?
I don't know. Let's see. Y'all need to start using your bardic inspirations. That is gonna be. So you moved your whole movement. You did a full action spell. Moving on to Reshi.
All right. Did Sand do any damage to these guys? that he's
I
standing
whiffed
by?
it. I whiffed it.
It
Or
was a
she, I
whiff.
mean.
It was a whiff. Chad is Chad
Okay.
coming in with the subscription. Thank you very much, sir. Cheers.
Woo!
I'm going to move by.
I tip my glass to you.
I take a good drip, a good sip of my ale to you, sir.
I'm going to move up by Sift, and I'm going to try and take out one of these guys.
Pay to win for points.
The good old fashioned way.
Punch that bitch, Reggie.
Punch him. Yeah, that's all
I hope you punch him in
Oh, yeah.
half.
I
just
hope I
like
get good
anime
rolls tonight.
style.
That's all I'm saying. Okay, I'm going to start with an unarmed strike.
Don't forget, you got that inspiration. You got that inspiration.
Or do I?
Yeah, you.
Yeah, you have bardic inspiration held over from last week.
What
But
did
an
it add?
18
It's a pretty good one.
will hit.
Okay.
Indeed. Whoa, Chance coming in, gifting it to your 1 sub. Hell yeah.
Daddy
Gifting it
money
to your 1
bags.
sub to Sand
Another sip.
So yeah, just hit the in the chat log underneath where it says 18 unarmed strike. Click the bottom unarmed strike. And it should
I
roll
figured.
damage.
I just didn't want to make. I want to
You
do
got-
it and not be right.
Got the damage today, that's for damn sure.
Ooh,
Fuck
baby.
yeah, it's about time.
Where did you move? Oh god.
Tell me that it's something.
Nice.
35. I'm in.
Oh, good thing you're a monk and you can take a step forward. Is you just crush the back of this goblin's
Yeah.
squishy little head.
Yeah.
They're weak. They're weak little boys. He collapses into the ground. You just like punch him at the base of the skull and like break his spinal cord. He's out. He's down.
That's what happens when you mess with Sift.
Actually, from their perspective, does
Actually,
it
you
just
did
look like
mess with them first.
two-
Okay, don't do that.
No. Doesn't it look like they're just 2 Reshis right here, just fucking them up?
Oh, that's true.
That'd be
It
4
does,
actually,
yeah.
because there's
4
2
of
more
her.
clones.
I think you're running low on the key, so
I am.
Unless you want to use, step forward with your last bit of movement. Use a key on that last goblin. I think we'll move on to Damu. Let me know if you want
Yeah,
to.
let's move on. No, because I want to save that in case we hit a big boy.
Sounds good. Sounds good. All right, Damu. Boy, Damu. Lizard folk, they're like your kin, you know?
Right
They
there.
worship the same gods as you and stuff. Gotta help them. Their kids are in danger.
Oh man, you were like king of undead killing as a cleric too. This is your bread and butter.
And I think I'm going to throw my trident at this goblin guy sitting on the log right next to me and Rowan.
Okay, okay.
Protect me.
Yeah, as soon as I roll 20, it's shaking its good old time tonight.
That's not bad,
22.
man.
22 will
Woo!
hit the goblin.
8 piercing.
8 piercing. That,
Shish kebab right there.
yeah, hell yeah. I mean, if the 7 did it to the other goblin. And 8 certainly will, as it pierces the head of this poor little goblin. Bringing him down.
Sorry, little buddy.
Unless somebody's dying, I believe that'll be my turn.
Chad coming in. Thank you for the 500 bits. For Genie's line, protect me.
It's the truth, though. Protect me. I'm a soft baby. I need all the protection I can get.
Got that soft spot on the skull.
Yeah,
still.
yeah, man. Yeah, man. Look, I'm not here to tumble.
You have any bonus actions or any more movement or anything you want to do on your turn, Damu?
No, I think I'm good.
It's
If
a hell of
everybody
a
else is
throw.
good.
All right.
Yeah, I think we're fine.
Will bring us to the goblin's turn. Let's see. Oh, what is it? 13. The goblin sees that things are quickly taking a turn for the worse. It's going to use nimble escape to disengage.
I am going to still strike at it with Sentinel.
Damn, son. He's just gonna go this way.
I'm gonna roll a 2 or
Make that-
something.
Make that opportunity attack for me. See if he.
I'm going
Continues
to
to
burn my
run.
bardic for that d6.
Ooh.
All right, so we are looking at
Inspire me with this attack roll.
16.
A 16 will hit the goblin, stopping him in his tracks with your sentinel feet, reducing his movement to 0.
You will take 6 points of damage.
Damn, son. He collapses to the ground as you cut him down. He's not dead, but he is like slowly trying to like drag himself through this like swamp puddle in this cave. Just trying to get to the exit. I don't believe there are any other living goblins right now.
That worked way better than I expected it to. But you know what? That's what
Zombies.
happens when you're inspired.
Hell yeah.
There are 3 zombies that are going to be attacking some lizard folk people. It's gonna move up like that. It's gonna move forward like that. Supposed to be 3 quick slams about the zombos. Only one of them hits only one of them hits a lizard folk. They're very uncoordinated, these zombies. Damn. Lizard folk's gonna take a bit of damage though. This is wobbling over there. This is wobbling. Alright. Back to the top of the round with Sift.
So that goblin is
Almost
let's
dead.
see. And
but
I have a
still
10-foot
alive.
range because of lance, so I'm not at disadvantage on this.
And you
I would like
have
to
advantage
shout
'cause he's
to
prone.
the lizard folk in Draconic and ask them where the younglings are.
It's a good idea.
It's Gene.
They tell you that they are they say in the back of the caves. They kind of
And they say, yeah,
gesture
they point
this
towards
way.
the back corner, right? That's where
Yeah.
they.
I just wanted to make sure because we came in the cave another way last time. So
Yeah, and they had to move.
Yeah, I do believe they showed you where the hatchery was. It's
They did. That's why I was heading that direction.
yeah, it's
Okay, so-
upper right hand corner.
let's see. I'm going to go. I'm going to go right there.
Wow,
And
right into it, huh?
Yep. And while I'm running, I am going to fire. So I guess while I'm still in sight of, because this pillar will block the goblin, I'm going to fire an Eldritch Blast at the prone goblin.
Nice.
So, with advantage because he's laying down, right? Or is that only in melee? I don't remember the rule.
Sorry, advantage for what was that?
He's prone? That goblin over there is prone? I
The
don't know.
goblin in the puddle over there is prone. Yeah.
Yeah, and I'm trying to fire it as I'm running over here. So I suppose I will move right there for our flavor, and then I'll finish my movement after this. Natural 20.
Nice.
Well, I think a nat 20 means it hits.
Yeah.
How do you kill it?
Damage. I want to just completely disintegrate his head. Just remove it from his body.
Hell yeah. You do that because it had 1 hit point left.
Now I'm up here and ready to wail on this Skeletor. That's me. Things are going well for Sif tonight.
All right. Bring us up to skeletons. The skeletons are still kicking. Looks like we still have 4 skeleton boys. One of the ones with a short sword is gonna turn around and try and stab Sift as she runs up into this combat.
Okay. I will roll to see if it hits one of the clones.
It is a critical fail.
Would have hit one of the clones.
Oh, it's a critical fail. It's a terrible skeleton warrior. The other one, kind of in melee combat, is gonna swing on that lizard folk standing right next to him. And please.
Which one is? Oh wait,
Um,
never mind. I can't sentinel. I already used it. I have to wait.
So first off, this guy attacked you, and
Yep.
this guy attacked this one over here. And
User?
this guy down here is gonna shoot at Damu. And then the next bow attack is gonna be this guy on Reshi. So, oh my god, you guys. Skeleton critical fail is bow shot against Damu. His old creaky equipment cracking and the string snaps. He tosses down his bow, pulls out his sword. Is gonna move over right next to you, Damu. And then the other guy, he's just a really bad shot.
Oops.
Plain and simple. The
Oopsies.
the arrow flies out, kind of splashes in the water, kind of between Reshi and that the now dead ass fucking dead goblin. With a
What I
Cinder and
said.
stump where his head was.
That brings us to lizard folk. Something I forgot to do last turn was roll death saves for the ones who are down. So let's see. So there's a couple of those guys. One, two, three. 4, so one more. Ooh. Right. So it actually looks like, I mean, you guys can't see this, cause you guys are probably distracted by the mob fighting. But the lizard folk kind of over by the column over there, by that one skeleton, stabilizes. So they are they're bloodied, prone, but they're no longer dying. Everyone else is still up in the air. Other lizard folk still alive, of which there are 3. We're gonna have one of them. Let's see here. 2 of them are gonna double team that skeleton, maybe. I think right in front of you, Sift.
I like this plan.
20 hits.
Woo.
5 bludgeoning on the skeleton. This is gonna be enough to kill the skeleton. So he's gonna move around 5, 10, 15, 5 like that to fight the zombie with his other attacks. So these shield on the zombie that will hit for 8 piercing. The other guy is gonna go as well. Good golly, Miss Molly, so much damage coming out on this zombie here. It's gonna be 8 plus 6 is 14 plus another 3, 17 damage to that zombie. Taking him almost down, but not quite. And then the last lizard folk Just gonna use a club and a shield on the other skeleton. Not quite enough to do damage to him. That is gonna bring us up to Rowan. What are you doing, Rowan?
Let's see. Where can I go? Kind of see what I can get into here. Would I have enough movement actions to climb up onto this thing right here? Up here?
That's just a chain. Can't really stand on it.
Oh, that's no fun. Okay.
But you can make an acrobatics check, I suppose.
Yeah, can I
It'd
do
be
that?
it'd be a pretty high DC if you want to be like a tightrope made out of chain, but sure.
I mean, I do have a proficiency in that, so
All right.
I dig it.
Try it.
let's see if I can do this.
To inspire you, check out these sweet cat butt magnets.
I'm getting an 18. Damn.
Is that enough for me to pull this shit off?
Yeah. Yeah, we'll say yeah. We'll say
Just like,
you're
really?
we'll say you're right over the fire.
Yes.
I was thinking 20 to do this. 18's pretty close to 20. I'll let you stand over the fire. Whatever you do next is either going to have disadvantage going out or whoever's defending against it will have advantage. And if you fail by more than 5 or if they succeed by more than 5, you're going to fall into the fire and take some fire damage.
All right. I wanted to pull out my loot and try to distract some of the mob with a song.
Well, damn, dude. Chad's coming in with the DM inspiration for Rowan. Now, you can use that before you make a roll to declare you have advantage on it, which would cancel out the disadvantage on this.
Yeah, I'll go ahead and use that. That's fine.
Very nice.
You were
Very
so
nice.
absurdly lucky. This is
Hubby hacks.
So what do I need to roll here?
What are you trying to do now that you're up there?
I'm gonna sing a song to distract the rest of the horde here.
Oh my gosh, babies.
All right. Give me a performance roll.
It's 14.
14. All right. There are just some zombies and skeletons over there. Oh, they failed big time. They also failed big time. All right, man. We'll see what happens with that. You're balanced very precariously above the fire. Your feet are starting to get a little warm. But you're grandstanding up there on the little tightrope. And the zombies and skeletons seem to have noticed you, at least.
Rowan, you're making it incredibly difficult to protect you.
It's all part of the plan, man. I got
Our
this.
poor
I got
GM.
this. All
Reshi.
right, so I'm gonna distract him with my song. I didn't get to sing my song.
Oh, you got a song for us?
I wanted to sing the song. That's the whole reason I'm up here.
Fair
All right.
enough. Well, let's hear your song, big boy.
It's more of like a quick excerpt. But I got my loot out, and it's like, all the girls are jocking at the other end of the bar, having drinks with some no-name chump when they know that I'm a star. So I got up and I strolled over to the other side of the cantina. I asked the guy Why you so fly? He said, funky Medina.
Beautiful.
Yes, everything about that.
Did that work?
Yes.
That worked out?
I think that was not close enough to get us copyright strike. So yeah, I think that works out.
it was an adaptation, all right? Look, we're in a different realm, all right? I'm just saying.
All right, Reshi, your bard is singing about alcoholic beverages. While tightroping his way above a bonfire.
How am I supposed to top that though?
Yeah, that's
That's gonna
Funky
be
Cole Medina. He just introduced the Funky Cole Medina into the D&D universe. Even
I think I think that's a question many adventurers are gonna have to ask themselves over the course of this campaign when it comes to comparing themselves to Rowan.
Okay, I'm gonna move up.
How do I top that?
I'm just wondering though, but I'm gonna move up and try and punch this zombie. It lags for me, sorry.
Yeah, no worries. It's been running slow because of the, everybody's home, everybody's using Roll20
Oh, yeah.
for games.
Okay,
Damn
I'm
you,
just gonna
internet!
do-
Get off of our website.
I'm gonna do unarmed strike on this zombie right here that I'm next to.
All right, unarmed strike him.
I click the button. We'll see what happens. Ah, that was crap. Do I hit the unarmed strike underneath that?
He's blinded though, right?
He is blinded. So you actually have
You have an advantage there.
advantage against him.
You
So
also
you can
have
roll that
inspiration,
again.
don't you?
Is it still on?
She has bardic inspiration. Did you use your bardic inspiration?
I thought I used it last time.
I think you did. You did.
I don't think she needed it last time. She just punched that goblin with a straight 18.
that is
Okay.
true. Yeah, she just removed that goblin's torso.
Okay. All right. Then cool. Then I guess she still got inspiration.
Well,
then.
you have advantage on the attack roll already, so just roll that again. See what you get, and then you can choose if you want to use.
Will that do the job?
I mean, a 10 will hit, yeah.
Okay. Well, I hit the unarmed strike underneath that for a 7, so I don't know.
God, those are powerful fists.
The zombie's pretty hefty. You hit him in the sorry.
I
Still
hit him
going
in the
through-
what?
going through puberty here. You hit him in the back, kind of like right where the neck comes into like the shoulders. Like right there in the back. Bam. And he kind of goes and kind of like turns with a confused noise, kind of emitting from his throat. He turns and takes notice of you now as you've punched him.
Okay. So nothing after that. I'm gonna hold here and see what
Well, it's
everyone
not his
else
turn
does.
yet.
True.
At the rate these lizard folk been going, he won't get a turn.
So I'm
Cascadian
thinking-
coming in with more DM inspiration. Who are you sending that inspiration to, Cass? Righty. So you are done with your turn, correct?
Yes, sir.
So we'll move on to Cleric Boy, Damu. 1v1ing a skeleton.
Okie dokie.
1v1. Quick scope onlys.
I'm
Should've
gonna
hit that one.
start my turn with Shield of Faith
Ooh.
on myself.
Okay. Your AC goes up by 2.
Correctamundo. And then I'm going to risk the attack of opportunity.
Sorry, what was this? What was that?
I'm going to risk the attack of opportunity to come up
Oh,
here.
okay.
I don't think you're leaving its melee range. You're still within its threat square. So
Yeah, if you're just moving to that square, you're fine.
No,
no.
yeah, it's lag.
Oh. Oh. Well, I think a 9's gonna miss.
Yeah. And now I'm going to cast Turn the Undead.
Oh. Fancy pants up here. All right. All right. Then 30 feet wisdom saving throws. Okay. Well, that guy's still within 30 feet. Alright, so 3 zombies and 2 skeletons. Making wisdom saves. What's your save DC as we roll these?
It is 13.
So last one. Well, by golly.
Things do not appear to be going well for the zombies now.
Coming in like a Jesus bomb.
Alright, what's good for a feared? There we go. There's that symbol on it. Okay, so they have disadvantage to attack things, and they have to run away from you. I believe. Or they can't willingly move closer to you. That's the thing. They don't have to run away necessarily.
I'm going to finish my movement and come right there.
Okay.
And I believe that's my turn.
Sounds good.
It says on the description that a turn creature must spend its turns trying to move as far away from me as it can.
Oh, that's something special then for yeah, that's just something for turn undead. That's not just fear. Like not all fear makes people run away.
Yeah, that's big boy fear right there.
Yeah. Like the thing that I can do in home game with Izzy's menace feature or feat. Like that's just normal fear. They can't move closer to me. All right, goblins are dead. So just take that. All right, a zombie. Gonna 2, 3, 5, 6.
Does that open Reshi up for an attack of opportunity on that zombie?
Yeah, it will.
Awesome.
Yeet.
Also, Rowan can make an attack of opportunity as well.
I'm kind of still up here.
All right, I'm just saying you can. You don't have to.
Oh,
Just-
maybe I want to though.
If you choose to, my head movies say you're smashing that loot down on his head like a guitar on stage.
I don't want to break my loot though.
It's very durable.
Yeah,
I mean,
it's very durable.
Well,
Wink.
which guy would I be targeting here?
So this guy,
What?
he ran past you.
That
Like
guy.
that. Yeah, he ran
Yeah.
past you
Can
like
I
that.
jump 25 feet?
Well, your attack of opportunity would happen when he moves from that square to that square.
Ah.
All you have to do is roll. That's literally all you have to do.
Yeah.
Okay. Can I
Trip him into the fire.
can I throw can I throw my horn at him? My horn's made of metal.
Sure.
I don't want to break my loot, guys. Throw my horn.
You can throw your horn.
So what do I need to do?
This is gonna be improvised weapon attack. So strength based to hurl this metal object at this zombie. So you'd roll strength check as your attack roll. 6 is not gonna hit
Yeah.
the zombie.
I didn't think it would.
Yeah, unfortunately, horn is not a weapon you are proficient with.
Damn it. I should have thought about that when I was making the
There are ways to become proficient with improvised weapons, so.
Mhm.
Just FYI.
I really need to do that then.
All right, and Reshi, are you wanting to make an opportunity attack before we move on?
Would that cost me any key or anything?
No. It's just your reaction on your turn.
Okay, so yes, I would like to. So what should I roll on that?
It's just a normal attack, so just an unarmed strike. And just tell me if you want to hit the skeleton or if you want to hit the zombie.
Which one was Roan going after?
Rowan was
guy
going
right
after a
here.
zombie that ran kind of behind you, like between the two of you.
This guy.
Okay,
He's
let's
running,
do that.
He's running across.
You wanna hit that guy? Okay, cool. 12 will hit that zombie.
Yeah.
Do I hit the
Oh,
unarmed
fire
strike
rate.
again?
Yeah, just rolled it for the damage.
You punch him into the fire.
7. Not bad. Not bad. He's gonna have to use his undead fortitude. So 5 plus the damage taken, 7. He needs to beat a 12 or die. That's about as high as he could roll in his
Holy
constitution.
shit.
Zombie stumbles forward, falls on its face, is still for a moment before its body starts to shudder a bit, and it starts to get up.
So
I will
where's he
say
at
that
now?
it is prone, though.
They basically blessed him.
He's prone right here next to the table. Right there. Alright. Oh, wait, and that skeleton guy was close enough to want to run away as well, so he'd be over there. Alright.
Layla's still chilling at the mouth of the tunnel.
Oh, yeah, I forgot to roll. And, well, you know.
It's okay. She's a support character right now.
Yeah. That's gonna bring us to you, buddy. Sift, it's your turn.
Right. Sift is going to move here to kind of barricade, I guess. Just be a
Okay.
bastion right there. And once she reaches this point, seeing this horn throw and Reshi almost decapitate and mush this zombie, she is going to fire an Eldritch Blast at that sucker over there. So that's 11. 11 is all I get on that one.
On a zombie, 11 will hit a zombie.
All right.
Hell yeah.
You were going after the one that almost died, right?
Yeah. Gonna be 3 points of damage.
Oh boy, he's gonna have to. He only has to beat an 8 here. Wow, from critical hits to
Nice.
critical fails. these are the Osrynn Tales. Thanks for watching, everyone. No, this is
Have a
the
good
end
night.
of the. That's just right. We just roll credits. That's it. No. Wow. All right. Seriously though, from a critical hit into a critical fail Constitution, this zombie is now Dunzo.
So flavor wise, as it is the end of the spell, as a burst of glitter, my my mirror images fade.
Bye bye mirror images.
Joke's on you, Damu. You're covered in glitter now.
It's the whole reason for the whole thing.
Yeah, that was the entire.
That was all
reason.
part of the plan.
Nice. I think that was a pretty good turn.
Went better than I expected it to.
Okay. We have an afeared skeleton who's just gonna run out of the tunnel for now. Another skeleton wants to run away. Gonna move it that way. Oh, there is still one skeleton who is not afraid, standing over here. He's gonna move forward a step, and he's gonna try and shoot Rowan into the fire. That attack does not hit Rowan.
Nice.
So Rowan maintains his balance.
Yes.
Coming up here for lizard folk. Some of them are dead and dying. It's 2 successes for him. 1 success, 1 failure for him. One success, 1 failure. All right. Living lizard folk. There are 3 of them now. They line up. That maybe. Oops, wrong guy. That. They're gonna throw their javelins at these 2 zombies here. To start with the north one, 2 on the north one, and then 1 more on the more southern skeleton. I accidentally rolled those with advantage. They should not be advantaged rolls. So that would be a 20, a 7, and a 7. Since, like I said, I accidentally rolled with advantage there, so only one of them is going to actually be a hit. After 8 piercing. Oh, that brings that guy down exactly to 0, you guys.
Woo.
Got him.
This might kill him. 8 plus 5 is 13, so
Eat a.
a pretty good chance of taking out a zombie here. Except he rolled a 22, so
Got him, bub.
he's gonna get up with 1 HP. Rowan, still dancing around on that fire.
All right, home
There's a
dude
s-
fired a dude fired an arrow at me, and you know what?
There's a guy
It's-
to your west, to your left.
It's personal now. So I want to take off, and I want to jump onto him, like literally just like drop kick him in the head. Is that possible?
Yeah, it's possible. Give me an acrobatics check first.
Okay.
I hope this is like anime spinning heel kick down into his head.
How'd I do? 7.
That'd be a 7.
Ugh.
I don't think a 7's gonna be good enough.
Ugh.
You are you go to do your cool spin move, your cool jump kick. Your foot slides off the chain. You stumble into the fire.
It was only a matter of time.
You kind of roll out the side over here. I say roll. You're not like on the ground, right? Like you maintain your verticality. But you are going to take a little bit of fire damage.
Son of a bitch. I probably deserve it.
Rolling a d4. You take 3 fire damage.
All right.
Stumbling off the chain. And now you are basically face to face with Mr. Skeleton Guy. You can still try and kick him.
Oh, this was. I've made a mistake.
It'll be another strength check attack because you're not proficient in martial arts.
I didn't want to actually like fight him.
He didn't stumble. He swaggered.
He has 1 HP, right?
Which one?
The
The
skeleton.
guy you're
No.
after?
No, this
Oh,
guy
oops.
does up here.
Oh, okay.
Sorry, my dog just randomly yelped. Sorry about that.
He knows daddy's about to die.
Yeah, I know.
Mistakes were made. Run.
Yes, yeah, seriously.
That's D&D, boys.
It's a hellhound barking. It's just calling your impending doom.
Was it Judge Fudge, though? Because that's not a hellhound.
Do you have
No,
enough movement speed to get over by Reshi?
Yeah, he does.
Do I?
Oh yeah.
You
You lost like
Well, I was
maybe
gonna
5
come to
feet
you,
of movement.
so it's up to you.
Can
Come
I
to me,
run?
Rowan.
Can I run to this table here?
Yeah.
Come to me, Rowan.
Come to you.
Damu, the healer, come to me.
I'm okay. I'm still good. I'm gonna run over to this table here.
Courageously running towards the table. Rowan
Attempts to
Does.
cower under it.
attempts.
That's actually
Attempts to
that's
hide.
literally what I was gonna do. But I didn't know if I could do that with an action like after already
yeah, you
falling
can-
into the fire.
You can if you want to try and hide, just let me know how you're trying to hide.
I literally was gonna try to run and get under this.
Just like
this-
get under the table and hide under the table.
That was literally what I was gonna try to do.
All right, yeah, that's fine. Just roll stealth for me.
Okay.
Here, we'll
Hope you
put
critically fail this.
we'll put this on you so we know you're like prone and under the table.
Oh, fuck.
Nice.
You said him well.
You were hoping for a critical fail. That's so mean. That's so mean.
I love you,
I
but come
slide
on.
just face first into the table.
Clunk.
Look, I'm just
All right.
regrouping, guys. I'm just regrouping. All right.
Regroup with your head between your knees. All right. This is looking promising, you guys. It's a lot of dead bodies and a lot of dying bodies out there. But there's only 4 enemies left out there.
Should be 3, but I fell.
But Reshi, what you got for us?
I want to yell out to my fellow people. Should we go towards the younglings or should we help our buddy over here, our bard? I mean, seriously, should I go over there and punch them or should we
I got
run
an
towards the
18
exit?
stealth, so I'm good.
You're good?
Okay,
Okay.
so
Yeah.
I have no way to express this verbally, but in a very mom who's picking up her kid who just face planted off the slide way, I would like to respond, save the idiot.
But this It's all about rolling here. So should I roll over there and just try and do something, or should I head towards you?
Are there any immediate dangers around me?
You have two live people above you, right there. They're just sitting there looking at you.
Oh, well.
I'll come to you. All right, I'm going up there. I'm gonna go and try and do something. Okay, I'm going to try and take out the person that doesn't have any damage yet, just to kind of see if I can do
Okay.
anything.
Okay.
I do have some key if I have to. I don't think that's really going to be helpful, but I tried.
I mean, your punch connects solidly. It's just not enough to take him out.
Yeah. Okay, so let's do my key here. Should I do flurry of blows or breath weapon?
I think you used your breath weapon last session. You guys haven't
Okay.
taken a short rest yet.
Okay, so we'll do flurry. Same guy. It's just such crap. I tried.
I'm telling you, you should have.
I should have ran.
Yep, you should have left me. Should have left me.
Oh. Yeah, another 4 damage.
It's just crap. That's okay.
You still get one more attack from your flurry of blows, though.
I do?
Yeah, it's 2 unarmed strikes. Not just
It's
the
a
one.
fury. It's a fury of blows.
So do I do flurry again or unarmed
Yeah.
again?
I mean, they're the same. Mechanically, they're the
Okay,
same.
okay. That's
Yay!
There you go. There you go.
She rolled.
4.
So all she can roll tonight is 4. She's gonna do it a lot of times.
Do you wanna guess how many hit points that guy had?
I don't. I'm a little nervous.
You're a little nervous.
I'm gonna say he had 4 left.
Please tell me you had 4.
I had a little bit more than 4 left.
No.
Fuck.
5.
It's
He
5.
had
What is this? The Price is Right?
At the flurry of blows, he had 8 hit points.
Oh.
So with the flurry, you got him exactly to 0.
That's fucking
Oh.
awesome. Okay, I
Yeah.
saved you. See, look, it was worth it.
13. He is gonna pop up at 1 though. But he only has 1 HP.
Well, that's all I can do, man.
Look, I'm safe.
No, I know you are. Now I'm not.
You can get
Well, I mean,
those.
I told you.
No, I know.
As I slid under the table, I said, "I'm safe." Almost like baseball. Like I was just implying.
No, it was worth. It was worth.
All right, we got Damu over there on the other side of the battlefield. There's some lizard folk who are bleeding out and dying slowly. You still got the skeleton who's running away, the other skeleton who's not running away, and then those 2 Zambinis.
I moved right here,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm going to cast Prayer of Healing.
Ooh.
I think the only person that's taking damage is Jeannie, right? Or Rowan.
It was sort of my own fault too.
How does Prayer of Healing work? Is it everyone in an area or just a single target within that?
Is that your
It's like
channel
30
divinity?
feet.
Do what?
I'm just wondering how that works. The prayer. of
Okay,
healing.
so Prayer of Healing. I choose up to six people of my choice within a 30-foot radius, and they each get 2d8 plus my spell casting modifier and healing, plus the 3 that or no, I guess it would be 4 for this one since it's a 2nd level spell. Plus the 4 for my Disciple of Life edition. So it'd be whatever 6 people I choose are going to get 13 health, basically.
Nice.
So I'm choosing the 3 lizard men right off the bat that are dying.
Okay. So 13 health for them.
Oh, I can't remember Sand's character's name.
Sift.
Sift gets the 4th one.
Better hear that, Rowan.
Rowan gets the 5th one, and how are you on health?
I'm full right now.
Then give it to one of the other lizard men. One of these 3.
Nice.
So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then 6. And they each get 13 health.
So you hit some more lizard folk?
Just one more. One of these 3 pick as the 6th person to get 13.
Okay. I'll give it to the guy who looks like he's almost dead. No, he doesn't look like he's almost dead.
I'll be right back, guys. Just like 1 minute.
Sounds good. He looks very strong. All right.
And then I'm going to finish my movement speed by moving right there.
Alrighty.
I'm fairly confident that's my turn because I don't think I have any other bonus action that I'm capable.
Nope, but get ready to make an attack of opportunity.
Oh yeah, I forgot
I'm
to run
ready.
away from him.
You want me to go ahead and roll for it?
Yeah, you can go ahead and roll that. Genie Bruh is also AFK right now. In fact, you know what we're gonna do, guys? Since Rachel and Jeannie both had to take a quick break, let's call for our halfway point right now. Jeannie's back just in time. Just in time to take our halfway break. So Dama's gonna use Word of Radiance on them. Oh man. He might just kill these guys right here. Where's the other? Oh, but the other one succeeds.
Oh, one of them.
Killed one of them.
Alright, yeah. This guy just moving away to the north, just obliterated by raw, divine magical energy. The other guy is moving away from both Genie, Rowan bruh, and Reshi. Genie, you would have if you decide to make an opportunity attack, you don't have to. But if you want to use your reaction to make an opportunity attack, it will be at disadvantage because you're prone underneath a table. And for Reshi, you can just punch
randomly
at
reach above the table of tools
normal.
and grab something and fling it at him.
All right.
It could be a hammer, it could be a saw, it could be a box of nails. I have no clue, but
Okay, I
randomly
like
grab something on top of the table and I just fling it.
I like it. Reshi, if you want to do an opportunity attack, go ahead and give me an unarmed strike roll. While Genie, I want you to give me a disadvantaged strength check.
Buddy, I got it.
Yeah.
And a 4 again.
You still
So
punched the
9.
shit out of
Still
that
got
dude.
it. Yeah.
My God.
I have one.
So I rolled a 9 and a 16 here.
How do you
Yep.
do that?
Can't believe you actually rolled high enough on that. Oh, damn.
Hi,
You know
zombie.
what? Just because the zombies are kind of annoying and I like rewarding shenanigans. You grab off, just blindly grab off the top of the thing, just a handful of nails, and you throw them. And Reshi kind of jumps up, and she like does a flurry of martial arts moves, and just like smacks individual nails into the back of this zombie's head, and it just
Yes.
like collapses to the ground,
That was amazing.
lifeless again.
What's gonna work? Teamwork.
Always.
Liquid Malice. Liquid Malice, how do I get a sword next to my name? I have to make you a moderator in my channel. That's how.
Gotta be
Channel
a trusted,
command, get
sword.
trusted user.
Yeah, that's how that works. That's exactly how that works.
Get channel command. Get sword.
Alrighty. That's gonna be skeletons, or not skeletons. Sorry, zombies. Off the board now. You guys just have a couple of skeletons to deal with, and skeletons aren't all that intimidating of creatures. You guys can clean them up pretty fast. So unless you guys want to do a roll off, we can just call this the end of combat here.
So we're gonna head towards Sift then.
Let's. So you guys beat up those last couple of skeletons there. And let's get rid of the fast-paced music.
This is dark as hell back here.
It is dark as hell back
Sorry,
there.
I was trying to see some stuff around the corner here. It was just like straight void of light.
Yeah, hold on a sec.
Should I not move Reshi then? I'm sorry, I moved her. I should probably not have done that.
I'm like lagging here. Sorry.
As the sounds of combat die down, you hear some rustling coming from the cave as you walk towards it. One of the lizard folk is lighting a campfire. You guys should be able to see. Now there's a whole bunch of young lizard folks in this room. The shaman that you guys met before and one guard are kind of standing back here. Kind of, as the last, kind of like the last line of defense for the kids and the unhatched eggs. The shaman's gonna move forward.
Is it possible for me to get out of sight behind this rock for a second?
Sure.
Okay, I just want to change back into Sift and not look like Reshi anymore.
What's wrong with looking like Reshi? Just saying.
What's wrong with like me?
She's a cute little dragon.
She is, but I would like the lizard people to know what I actually look like. And then I'll step right back out. That's all I wanted to do.
So the lizard folk shaman is going to kind of approach the group, and they're going to say, "It was great luck that you returned when you did. I don't think our people would have survived this assault if it wasn't for your help. He says, come now, what news do you have from the town Asari? Do we have a deal? Shall we fight these menace together?
I say yes.
Hold on. I want to walk up and I want to say, hold on. What is it? What's in it for us? Because look, we just busted a whole bunch of asses over here. All right. I fell in a fire. I burned my foot a little bit. I feel like I need to be. We need to be compensated at least a little bit for this.
Well, as the agreement was originally worked out, we would lend you soldiers to fight the goblinoid people. We work together to bring them down and their leader. And you guys who go back to Asari,
Well,
and
I
give
kind
us
of want
the peninsula.
I want some hazard pay. I want some hazard. I want one of those eggs.
Young are not up for bartering. He gets real intense. He gets like really intense.
I said nicely. Can I say it, please?
I speak up to the shaman. I was like, please excuse my friend. He wasn't with us the first time we were in this cave. We picked him up back in town. He doesn't know how things work around here.
Wait, you guys were doing a thing? Because I thought, oh, okay. Sorry. I maybe misjudged that situation a little bit. I'm gonna go back here now. I'll walk back to the back of the party.
Maybe he just
as you
a
back up,
trainee or something.
as you back up, Genie, you can see the shaman's the pupils in his eyes kind of narrow a bit. His eyelids kind of squint at you, and he says, "You would be wise in the future to know who you're dealing with before asking for one of their children as payment for a job."
Ron's gonna bite his tongue because he has some things he could say right now. He's got some.
He did some work, right? No, I get it.
He's gonna bite his tongue right now. I'm not. Look. All right.
You
Okay,
literally
all
asked for a dude's kid as
That's not my-
payment for a job.
I see a whole bunch of eggs back there. All right. As far as I'm concerned, you're just giving me one, and you don't know. I might be a good daddy. I might make an omelet. It's not up to you. It's up to me at that point.
Damn.
You just need to know that your whole race wasn't wiped out, and I burned my foot to do that. All right.
Noted. Noted.
Duly noted.
The lizard folk shaman will continue. He says, as far as any other compensation, the leader of the goblin folk, Jazan, has been starting to amass a treasure of some size. I'm sure those of you of the common races who hold such things as shiny metal pieces is valuable. I'm sure you will find as much payment as you can wish for in the caches of Jazan. We
Yeah,
seek not
for us.
monetary reward. We seek only our ancestral home to be returned to us.
Understood. So it's an agreement then. You'll come help us take out the goblins.
Yes, we will need a few days to repair our wounded and collect help from neighboring tribes. But we are willing to help you. As long as you agree that once this peninsula has been retaken, it is ours. Anything east of Asari is lizard folk territory.
Understood. In any way we can continue to help, we will.
I seek no payment, but I am happy to be of service.
Y'all got anything to eat?
We have some leftover roast goblin from the other day.
I'm good.
But now,
I'm
with
good.
this bounty, we can offer roast goblin or roast bugbear.
I'm good. You got anything to drink though?
Do not waste what nature provides.
You got anything good?
He kind of looks all around the room. It's like there's water all over the place.
Guys, I don't. Okay. Thank
Sif
you.
will, Sif will
Thank
put
you.
her
Thank you.
hand on his shoulder and just be like, "We'll get some booze in a bit."
Thank you, shaman man. Thank you.
The thigh is quite tender. If you just try a little bit.
Okay.
I'm good.
So as you guys spend some time here, you kind of continue your. I mean, if you wanted to try and get a rest in, that's fine. You can try for a rest here. We a few moments after the conversation is done. It's a very quick conversation. You see some more lizard folks, kind of soldier people coming in from the outside. You hear they reported that the forces outside have been dealt with. Those who didn't die in the fight out there have been routed and are, retreating. They'll be bringing in injured and dead lizard folk from outside here in the next couple of minutes. Yeah, other than that, the shaman and some of the scouts, they'll basically tell you guys there is a bunch of small little encampments, like tent kind of, couple of tents here and there, kind of filled with bugbears, goblins, and undead creatures. There's one location that was kind of like their sort of lizard folk kind of central settlement, I guess you'd call it. They're very nomadic as a people, but they did have sort of like a tribal capital or whatever, and it was this old abandoned human fort along the coast, just a bit east from Asari. Humans tried to build there. They took it over because it's their territory. They were just very territorial. That's pretty much what drives this group of people. Once they took that fort, they held it for a while, but now the goblins and bugbears and undead are there. And then they know they keep seeing that ship, the ghost ship that you guys were on. They keep seeing that ship fly to and from the giant skull at the end of the peninsula. So those will be the two places that you guys can kind of start.
How are things going on
for.
outside of the cave here? Because I may have manipulated somebody to get in here, and I'd like to know that I'm not about to.
That bugbear died.
All right. Well, sorry, buddy. I know we were boys back in the day, but
I forgot about it.
Yeah.
R.I.P. baby. R.I.P.
I'd like
he
to
died.
head towards the ghost ship if y'all are okay with that. I love the combat.
I'm along for the ride.
Let's do it.
Yeah, go shit.
Yeah, let's do it.
These goblins have been pissing me
Just
off.
eradicate.
Is there anything else around here that we need to look at before we get out of here?
The lizard folk just suggest that you maybe take a rest of some length, short or long rest, just to kind of
I
recuperate after battle?
Yeah. Can I
Yeah, let's do that.
Other
Could
than
I
that,
would I would like to ask Reshi and Damu a question.
Yes.
I've heard this cove is quite far, but from what you said, there's some kind of shortcut here.
Yeah, there is. Further up the cave.
Do you think we can safely make it through the shortcut?
I should
That
hope
depends if the fish are still there.
so. Exactly.
I'm not afraid of fish. Drowning's not a fan, but fish are okay.
the lizard folk kind of around as you say this, one of them perks up and says, "Oh yeah, we restocked the back tunnel with a lot more kippers this time. We didn't realize that was an entrance to the cave, so we kind of stocked it with flesh-eating fish to kind of slow down anybody coming from that direction."
New shortcut then.
So we should take a rest and then go towards the ghost ship.
Yeah.
Works for me.
Can I use Song of Rest?
Yeah, you can use Song of Rest.
All right.
So, Song of Rest, on a short rest, Genie plays a cool little bard tune, and anybody who uses their hit dice for healing gets to add an extra 1d6 to the hit dice for healing.
What about Key?
Key comes back, I think, on a short rest. Just all
All
your
the
key
way?
points. I think so, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Let me see here.
I can check.
There it is.
What about spells? Do they come back on short rest?
Not for clerics.
Well,
Yeah, we need to hear the tune, Bard.
What's love got to do with it? Got to do with it. What's love but a second-hand emotion? What's love got to do with it? Got to do with it.
Well, my key came back, so
Yeah.
Did that work?
it must have
My key
worked.
came back, too.
well, do we think we should rest a day before we set out to get into something nasty?
Well, if we're all healed up, we could just continue if the DM has allowed that particular scenario.
Oh, you
Well,
guys can do
just
whatever you
so that
want.
everybody knows what they're getting into, I have 3 regular spell slots left.
Okay.
Damu kind of needs a long rest at this point.
I don't know where my spell slots are. I'm gonna be honest with you.
I have no spells, so if y'all need to do a bigger rest, let's do it.
Yeah, you guys are safe here to rest overnight if you just want to do a long rest. Genie, your spells are gonna be, you can find them on when you're in your character sheet. Click on spells there. When you scroll down the page, you see where it says slots total.
Mm-hmm.
You have 4 level 1 spells that you can cast. Slots remaining
Slots
are
remaining.
0.
So I can't do anything right now.
Not unless you take a long rest to replenish
Yeah.
your spells.
Okay.
Same thing with your level 2 spells. Use both of them.
Okay. So I can't really do much here, guys.
Yeah, we'll take that day rest.
Yeah,
I
you
think
take
it's the
it.
safest
All
option.
right.
Yeah, I mean,
Okay.
you guys are only like a day out from the cliff, the upper, approaching from above.
I need some sleepy time, y'all.
That's fine. I have 2 kids that need to go to bed.
But yeah, you guys take a long rest. You guys got your key back, your spells back, all your class features, all your hit points returned. If you did use hit dice to heal yourself, you get back half of your hit dice on a long rest. Up to, or I should say, up to half of your maximum.
I can Hexblade's curse again.
And you guys set forth for the ghost ship. As you guys are leaving, the shaman is going to pull you guys aside before you guys leave in the morning, and asks if you are headed to their ship. I assume that means you wish to assault the giant skull at the end of the peninsula. Would you have us follow you, or do you want us to point our spears at the other encampment?
Guys,
What do y'all think?
I didn't know about a giant skull.
I did, and I'm okay with it.
I'm not necessarily okay with this.
Don't worry about it, Rowan.
Yeah, we got this. We got you.
Just
We'll
get aware.
We got you.
There is
We'll
a
bring the
giant
table.
skull
Got
full of
you.
treasure for us to go take.
Wait, whoa, hold on, hold on.
Did you
hold
miss
on,
that part?
Hold on. Treasure.
Right here.
Well, if there's treasure, I'm feeling a little different about this right now.
So yeah, if you take a look at the map, there's a little peninsula next to Asari here, and at the end there's a giant ass skull.
No, I see the skull.
Yeah.
But I didn't know we were going there. I didn't know that had anything to do with us.
So the ghost ship.
That also looks like a lot of crosses around it.
Yeah, there's a lot of crosses around there.
Rowan.
Oh yeah, I forgot to mention the
Filled
lizard folk
with
shaman
treasure.
says. Lizard folk shaman is like, did I not mention? There's fields and fields of graveyard land around that skull.
This better make for a really
Just
fucking good
lots.
song. All right. Okay.
Just lots of dead bodies out there.
Stop.
That's why they started calling it the Black Reach, because it's just
Nope.
blackened with
Uh-huh.
undead.
Mm-hmm. Yep. That's the name of it. We've
Yes.
All right. Okay.
Black like the necromantic magics that have our homeland in its clutches.
So we're taking a week break, or are we going to continue on?
Oh, I thought we only needed to take a night. That's a
I was thinking about our Rowan friend.
I need a long rest, but that's not going to be the. I mean, we can still keep
Oh,
going.
that's some. You just say
Yeah.
that you take a long rest.
Yeah,
you
yeah.
don't
I got
actually
you.
have
You
to.
got the long rest in. It's now
I'm
the
still
next
rested?
morning. Yeah.
We can
It's
at
now
least
the
get
next
to-
morning. You've rested.
You guys want to at least get there?
Well, if we take the ship, it's probably better than going over the land full of corpses. You know, just
Well,
logistics wise. Plus, who doesn't want to go on a
Logistic-wise.
nice, cool ship?
I like
It's
ship.
also
man.
true.
Yeah, I'm down with it. Is it the ghost ship though?
Good
It is.
It's a
lollipop.
ghost. It's a ghost
It-
ship.
Might be a little ghosty. Just
I thought. Look, guys. When I paid you to join this group, I'm not gonna lie. I thought we were doing some regular ass adventuring, not some ghost ass adventuring. I'm a little concerned with how fast this is escalating.
Layla's like, nah, man, this group's hardcore.
mm,
This is some real adventures here, man.
So I've got a 7-year-old and a 13-year-old ship that needs to go to bed. So if we're going to continue on this ship quest, I would like to know if we're going to continue on tonight.
Do you have time to do more tonight?
I have plenty of time. I just have to make sure that everyone else has plenty of time.
Yes.
yeah,
I got plenty of time.
Yeah, I got
Yeah.
time.
Okay.
You know what? That was such a compelling argument. I Rowan Rowan confidently starts walking towards the ghost ship, and he's like,
Do it, Ron.
let's
All right.
do it.
To
All
be
right,
fair,
then,
Rowan,
Rach, you get if you
look
need
at how
to
many we just murdered.
if you need to run, put the kids to bed and hop on
I
back in.
do, but I can wait until we get into the ship, and then I can roll for initiative, and then wait. I mean, I can make it it's kind of natural if you want. So
Nice, good thing.
I'll try and get them there. You just if we have to roll initiative or whatever, I can handle that for you.
Let's get to where we need to go. Don't rush it. We can, like I said, they're not like
Yeah.
barking at me, but I know it's coming.
Okay. In that case,
We did just
Uh,
murder like what 20 zombies and
Yeah,
goblins
you
and
just
bugbears in a
did-
matter of minutes, really.
you did fight a lot of stuff. In fact, let me
Smelled terrible too.
count out
Well, I
some
smell wonderful,
experience
so.
points here.
This is the point that Sif would point out that she smells vaguely like vanilla.
A little bit like Reshi, so it smells good. Like Bombshell from Victoria's Secret. I'm just saying.
I should not know what that smells like.
Well, it smells really good.
There's a high probability I smell like a turtle tank. Just being honest.
A little bit salty, mildly stinky.
It
Right,
works.
yeah.
There's a tang. There's this like a
A unique scent, to say the least.
Yeah. So are we
Almost
back to
like
health now?
somehow someone
Yeah.
figured out how to make poop go bad.
My kids did that years ago.
We are back to health now after the.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
There's a long rest.
Yeah. Yeah. It's the next morning. The lizard folk the shaman just wants to know, who's going where. Do you want their help assaulting the big giant skull, or do you want to split your forces?
I mean,
I don't mind the help.
We had to
so-
bail them out though.
Yeah, I get that.
I have a bit of a mind for strategy on this. I think it might be better to have them assault the front of the skull while we come around back with the ghost ship.
Let's do that.
Yeah, they can do that.
That would probably increase our chances of success.
Damu, do you agree?
I mean, that's potentially going to get a lot of lizard people killed though.
It sounds like a good and fun plan.
Let's roll with it.
Sift is going to lean over to Rowan and very quietly, yeah, probably, but guess what? They're not us.
Oh, well. All right. Let's go. Let's do it.
All right, so after the long rest, killing a whole bunch of skeletons and goblins and zombies and bugbears, you guys each character receives 375 experience points.
Nice.
Nice.
You can add that to your perspective amounts of experience.
How do I do that?
That's what I was gonna say. I was gonna be like, Jeff, can you
You
do
just
it?
click on the.
Can you help me later?
It should all be at 1890 at this point.
I'm at 1120.
Some of you
Oh, I see it at the
may
top.
not have added experience when you got experience previously. But Sand, I think, is correct.
I have a journal that says all of the amounts that we have here. And if you've been here for all of the adventures, then you have that much experience.
But yeah, you just click on the box or like in the area where it says your
Experience points.
experience points value, and then you just change the number.
What is it? It's 18.
Good big boy. Math.
18 what?
Oh, the XP, we are at 1890, I believe.
1890. All
Let me
right.
look.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's 1890.
Yeah, I can
Still,
get mine
still
to do
level
that.
3.
You need
Just, yeah,
2700 for level 4.
Okay.
Getting in closer, guys. All right. I don't know if I have. 1 second here.
I just poured liquor down my shirt. It's cold.
That works. It works down your shirt too.
Just
I didn't
absorb it
think
through
it
my
went
chest.
down your shirt.
Osmosis? Is that a thing? Can you do that through your chest hair? I don't know.
Yep,
You
I'm
can
trying.
definitely get drunk if you are in a tank of alcohol for long enough.
Oh yeah.
So
absorbed
the,
in your
It's called
skin.
drowning.
7-year-old really pushing for bedtime. So what are we looking at?
Yeah, if you need to hop out and send them to bed, I actually have
We-
to make another map here real quick.
Okay, it'll be like 10, 15 minutes. I'll be right back.
This is our
Sure
traveling
thing.
adventure.
Okay, I'll be right back,
Yeah.
guys.
So we decided that lizard folk want you're gonna want them to be assaulting the front entrance while you try and find a back way in with the ship.
Yes,
Yeah.
but I would like to give them the impression that it is okay to retreat if you were overwhelmed, as long as you hold that area at bay.
Thank you, because I feel bad about just like hanging these dudes out.
Like, I don't intentionally want for them to die. I'm just saying
They're
we
all
need their
dead.
assistance in this way.
They're all you've signed their death warrants. You
Well, they should have given us the
specifically.
damn egg, all right?
Yeah, if
Then
they'd
their
given us the
species would have
egg.
survived.
Yeah. I was going to take care of it.
I would like to lean over to Rowan while we're walking towards this ghost ship. What the hell is a funky cold Medina?
It's an ale. But don't
Is
tell
it-
them that. They don't know. That's the whole point. It's misdirection. It's misdirection.
Is it a good ale? Is it?
Oh no, it's terrible. It's disgusting.
It's, really?
Yeah, but the winches love it.
Oh,
But
You do
only the
realize-
most basic of winches.
okay. Yeah. Sift is going to look just a mild disappointment and or disgust as she moves over to Dom.
Truth hurts.
Yes, it does.
It's accurate. It was accurate. I don't know how to phrase this story-wise. My brain hasn't figured that one out yet, but I would like to point out to Damu his fearsome might as a warrior as all the undead fled from him in that adventure.
It's pretty cool.
It was nice, wasn't it?
Oh, did I mention I picked my horn back up?
I hope you're
You
playing
pick
traveling
your horn
tunes.
back up.
Okay, I picked my horn back up. Thank you.
Yeah, I totally heard you say you picked your horn back up.
Okay.
I remember it.
Awesome.
I watched you do it, and I was remarking on the the mild dent left from throwing it so hard.
Apparently, I didn't throw it hard enough because basically just hit the ground.
So you guys, if there's any kind of last minute stuff you guys want to prepare before we're heading out,
Are we close enough to the town to justify that?
you're within like a day's travel to go back to Asari if you want to go back there. Lizard folk did request a couple of days
Okay,
to,
cool.
like,
All right.
get in touch with other lizard folk and stuff.
So yeah, do we want to just make a quick trip back to the town? Give them
What
2
would we
days.
be going back for?
Just if you needed any supplies, that's up to you. I just need.
Uh,
I'm trying to keep things, busy here as I'm making this other map on my other
Right.
screen here.
I'm more or less asking what supplies are we going back for?
Yeah, I don't need anything at the moment.
I mean, I don't really have much right now that I need, but I definitely.
I would like to, after seeing your adventure there, hand you. I have 4 of them, right? Let me make sure. Yeah, I have 4 of them. I would like to hand you 2 of my oil flasks.
Yes. Okay. That was all right. So that was kind of one of the things was I'm trying to create some utility with this pyrotechnic shit.
Do you have a tinderbox?
Better.
I have one, but I'm trying to figure out if you
I don't
one.
have a tinderbox.
Okay. I will also give you my tinderbox.
How much? I'm looking for items. How much does this stuff weigh?
A oil flask will weigh a pound, and a tinder box weighs a pound as well. So it's 3 pounds total.
Okay, cool.
And I would like to give you my 4 mystery potions. There's a light blue, 2 yellow, and an orange.
Oh, those are gonna get a lot of use from me. You know that.
This cannot go well, and I'm all for it.
Did I just put in 3 mystery potions?
4.
4
One-
mystery
one bl-
potions.
1 blue, 2 yellow, 1 orange.
Okay, I need to put them in separately then. 1 blue potion.
2 yellow, and then 1 orange.
You guys are gonna spoil him.
I mean, I've basically spent 3 gold on him, so I think that's okay. Just so you know, when Sift hands you these things, she's expecting return on investment.
Look, we'll figure all that stuff out. I promise.
She's not looking for monetary recoverment here. She wants you to use them wisely, and will be disappointed if you choose otherwise.
Oh, don't worry. They're gonna get used. Notice I didn't say. You notice I don't say wisely. Where at in this damn book is items?
So, while we're taking our long rest here, Sift would
Yeah.
like to take a look at the 8-ball shifter from the logging mech
Mm-hmm.
and brainstorm ideas of how to turn it into a Morningstar-like mace.
Okay. If you have crafting tools that are like appropriate, you can give me like intelligence crafting tools. Otherwise, just a straight intelligence.
Straight intelligence.
Do I not have?
Let's see. 14 flat. She's not necessarily trying to turn it into the mace yet. She's trying to figure out how it would be done.
Sure.
There's a bit of backstory. She's intending to give it to Damu once it's been turned into a mace.
Very nice. Although it's going to be hard to beat a returnable trident.
I understand it would be hard to beat, but that's not the point.
We're at town, right? We're at town. I can buy some shit.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
So
Just real
Sift
quick
wants
as I'm making this
to.
map here.
Oh, well, if we're at town, then I would totally take it to David. Have David make the mace.
Yeah, that should work.
All right, I'm filling my water skin back up with mayo here. Keep that.
Oh,
on me.
David's supposed to be making me a shield too, remember?
Oh yeah,
The no-touchy shield.
no touchy.
Is there anything harder? Is there anything harder than ale?
And it's like whiskey and stuff.
Yeah. I need.
Well, I am a turtle.
But
I love that you have a soundboard.
Right.
I'm looking for ale in the book. I'm trying to find some stuff that.
So yeah, I'm gonna give that to David and have him start to make it into a mace. Or not because she thinks he needs a mace, but it was her first adventure with this crew, and he was nice to her, which is not common.
Yeah, Sift is kind of a loser.
Damn.
That's not nice.
She's a changeling, so inherently people tend not to like her. It makes them uneasy. And she
Gonna
would
have
have
to
considered
do-
something for Reshi, but Reshi punches things into oblivion.
I don't
She's
see
not-
alcohols on the gear list here.
Okay, I'm back.
Alcohol's like, I don't know. You want
We're
like a
back at
small
Asari,
cask of
Reshi.
like some pretty high powered, whiskey or something, like a gold. For like
Gold? Hell yeah.
yeah.
I got lots of gold.
They give you like a handle of whiskey.
Sift is still trying to decide how she feels about Rowan,
Alright.
but Rowan's growing on her, kind of like a fungus. But
Ah.
All right, so I
Rowan's
got a
got
water skin of the
fungus.
heart stuff.
Alright. Alright, so you guys head back to town for a couple of days. Allow the lizard folk time to regain their strength and recoup their groups. They're gonna head up the coast. They send you a predetermined signal, probably through their shaman's magic. They're gonna head up the coast line here and try and distract the front end as you guys wait for the ghost ship to come back and do whatever you're gonna do to that to go and attack from the behind areas of the skull. Kind of distract them that way. So you get your stuff, you head out from town. You make it back to the Overlook. And the ship is not there.
are there
Twist.
Well, hold on, no.
are there any signs that the ship will be there soon, or that they're planning to be there soon?
You can make an investigation check. You can investigation roll. So those of you who haven't been there before,
We're looking at a good old 8.
good old 8. You guys come
Sorry,
in
wrong button.
along the top edge of a horseshoe-shaped cove. It is cliffs, kind of all along the rim of this this kind of outcropping here.
I have a 1 in investigation. Just rolled a fucking.
Wow.
Hell yeah, dude. Hell yeah. So you guys kind of come up to the rim of this kind of horseshoe-shaped cliff area, right? You look down 150, 200 feet down to the ocean level. You can see down there probably 30, 40 feet above the water line currently is a giant dock system that's kind of hanging onto the walls of the cliff face, right? Kind of in a rough J shape along the curve of the cliffs. The 18 investigation. You guys kind of move down the pathways, drawbridges, stone carved stairs into the face of the cliffs. Every once in a while, there's like a little lift, you kind of crank with some ropes and stuff, kind of move vertically. And you make it down there. The investigation, you still see. This looks like a rather, in air quotes, like a working dock, right? Like, there are still good supplies that are kind of scattered about, like ship taken care of supplies, like lengths of rope, extra planks, nails, hammers, like all that kind of stuff, right? So it looks like the ship just isn't here right now.
Can I take my dagger and cut off a good, 3 or 4 feet of rope and just keep it?
Sure, you can add 4 feet of rope. There's as much rope here as you guys need, so if you guys wanted to get another
I feel like
coil of
Rowan's
rope.
quirk Rowan's quirk is just collects random shit.
Just collect stuff.
Look, man, you never know when I'm gonna need. Look,
No, hey, I've seen it work. All right, I don't
Alright.
need to know
I mean, you
how.
can
I just
make
need to know it works.
Makeshift handcuffs with 4 feet of rope.
yeah, there you go.
Ooh,
Forgot
ooh.
Rowan's into kinky stuff.
Mm-hmm. You don't stick around show business this long and not have a little bit of just some weird
MacGyver?
shit. Some weird shit happen.
Some time passes.
Mm.
You feel the cold sea air kind of picking up a little bit. You notice now that some time indeed has passed. The cove that you're in is now cast in shadow. It is now like probably mid-afternoon. And yeah. You hear the ocean. Like I said, it's starting to get cold because now you're in the shade. I need everybody to make a perception check. As the sun starts to go down, the skies are
Ooh, on that 7.
alit with the warm tones of sunset.
14.
7. 14.
Genie
from-
sees all
Ooh.
this shit.
Good perception from Rowan, 22. And Dominic's got 13. Rowan,
Yes.
the hair on the back of your neck kind of stands on end.
Don't like
Your
that.
Skin kind of tenses up. You hear what you think at first. Is that like some metal clinking around? It's like look around your partners a bit. You're like, they're checking out some boxes and stuff. So maybe it was just some noise. But then you hear it again, like a ding-a-ling. What was that? What's going on? You check out. Sun is now rapidly setting. It's getting dark pretty quickly. It's now what you would call actually sunset. It's not just like late afternoon or anything. You're losing light fast. Fog is starting to roll in from the sea down this cove. And you hear ding 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 ding. You hear the bells from a ship drawing ever closer. Can't quite make it out from the fog. It's as if the ship gets ever closer to you as the fog rolls in from the sea. Your friends don't seem to notice this.
Hey guys.
Yeah, what's up?
Something seems a little off.
Dang.
I'm not quite sure what, but I'm a little concerned. Remember that time when we showed up to get on the ship and there was no ship here?
Mm-hmm.
I think something's going on.
All right, let's just let's keep our eyes open.
You guys seem really calm about this. I don't like this one bit. I don't think you guys understand quite the gravity of things here right now. It's something I'm not well enough versed in this venturing thing to know, but something seems I don't like it. I don't like it.
Rowan, did you die last time?
Well, no.
Did you die last time?
No, I didn't die last time, all right?
And what did you ask us to do?
Save me. I think it was something along the lines. I said, protect me.
And what did we do?
Okay, look, I threw those nails and it all worked out, all right? Look, do me a
Don't
favor.
worry. We got
Do me
you.
a wor-
We got your back.
Do me a favor and look around and just double check for me, please.
Sif will begin to look around.
I will also be looking around.
Okay. You guys can go ahead and make another perception check. You guys are on your toes for a few moments, a few minutes.
Gonna go with a 19 there, buddy.
Yeah. I had a 6. I'm still fucked.
Perception,
So-
right? Yep.
Side note, this proves to me that I literally just need to have Rowan tell me and it will go okay. Because every time he said something like that, I've rolled decent afterwards.
I'm apparently I've been calmed a little bit by their overconfidence, and I feel a little less worried about what's going on around me.
That or
That's a
you're
good
scared
way
and
to
a little bit more oblivious.
Yeah, for real, because I just rolled an 8.
do it.
I got a 19, boss.
One second here. All right. Is it a 19?
Yes, sir. 17 plus 2.
Genie, bruh, I'm gonna give it to you with an 8 only because you were alerted to this earlier.
Okay.
This the fog comes in, Rowan and Sift. You can now see the shadowy form of a giant sailing vessel that is eerily floating above the sea, kind of silently drifting towards you.
Yeah.
as
Guys,
far-
the boats float.
I say silently. It's not like you can't hear like the sounds of it like cutting through the water or anything like that, right? You do hear still the bell toll, so lonely as it gets
Okay.
closer to you.
I thought the whole ghost ship thing was just a name. Not so keen on a flying ghosty ship.
I ask again, guys. The boats float, but not like in the water, but like in the air, because
Not that one. Not that kind of boat usually.
Can they point it out to us now at this point?
Like there are sky ships, but they're usually like either powered by really big fans, like helicopter kind of fans on their wings,
They're basically
or
zeppelins,
they
right?
have like giant ass blimps with like rowboats hanging from the bottom of them. This looks like a sailing vessel, like a Spanish galleon, you know, like giant sails and stuff like that. Like a pirate ship.
It's
but-
ethereal in.
It looks like a
right?
solid ship, but it's like patched with ectoplasm.
Okay, so it's juicy.
Yeah, so it's
Big
mostly
old
a solid corporeal ship. Looks like, you know, maybe it had been sunk at one point, dashed upon the rocks, or like filled with cannon holes and things like that. And everywhere there's like a physical hole, it's being patched by ghostly planks made of ectoplasm. Kind of like a teal, kind of like a bluish
Rolling up to
green
the shore right now.
glow. Yeah, it's slowly floating in. With a 19 perception, not only do you see the shade of the ship rolling in, but Sift, you also hear noises coming from the cliff above you. You know, rustling, grunt noises, the sounds of bone scraping along bone.
I'm going to cast False Life on myself real quick.
Okay.
1d4 plus 4. 8.
All right. So you give yourself 8 extra hit points there, temporary HP.
And I will, as quietly as possible, alert the rest of the crew with the note that we're not exactly alone, and it appears they're on both sides of us.
Does
This
appear
is
that they
exactly
are.
what we thought was going to happen. Yeah.
I wasn't. I really want to. I want. I told you so moment right now, but I'm a little worried that this is not the right time.
I will say,
No, I get it.
I will let you know there are big crates and barrels, and there are like stuff on these docks. So if you need to hide or something, you can try and hide behind some crates and barrels. The ocean below you. Remember, you're on some docks that are kind of protruding out from cliff faces. If you were to jump to the water below you, it's gonna be like a 30-foot drop. You're probably gonna take some falling damage if you jump into the water below you. Just trying to give you guys a better headspace of this because I don't have a map for you quite yet.
It sounded more like a preemptive genie warning.
Let's
warning.
let's hide in the crates the best we can. In fact, if we can hide in the crates well enough that they think we're what's supposed to be in the crate, that's ideal.
I'd like to pat Rowan on the back and say, just hope the demon ain't still alive.
Rowan just kind of mumbles under his breath a little bit. You can't really tell what he's saying, but he's definitely not happy about the situation.
So yeah, may I hide in a crate? Big crates.
Yeah, you can hide in a crate.
Okay.
I will hide with you.
Are we all gonna hide, or are we gonna go for the jumping into the water painfully?
Surprise, motherfucker.
Do we have to roll a stealth to hide in the crate, or I just... Is the
yes.
crate big enough to hide me?
Sure. Yeah, you'll have to like take some of the stuff out of a crate, and so there's enough room. Those crates
And
of
then
all
roll a
shapes and sizes.
And then
We
roll
don't
a stealth.
discriminate. Our crates aren't discriminating on size here, buddy.
Would you believe natural 20?
No.
No?
But I'm trustworthy, so yes.
Okay. How about a 13 then?
I mean, I like the sound of 13 better, but
Well, I think I'm well hidden at 18.
hell yeah. I'm with a 10.
Yeah, see, I got a 10. How am I doing?
One crate is very well
Like
hidden. The
sticking
other
out
one,
the back.
not so much.
You think they'll believe this is a crate of turtle shells?
Maybe. I don't know. We'll find out. Genie, I need you to roll. Are you hiding? You don't
I
have to
gra-
hide,
I
technically.
grab my disguise kit
Oh my god.
Okay.
and I dig in it very quickly, and I pull out the closest thing that resembles like a sea captain's outfit.
Okay. Okay. This will probably take like a minute for you to get into a costume here.
It's okay because they're not at the shore yet, right?
It's true.
Okay,
That's
all right.
true.
All right.
Uh,
Before this goes down, Rowan, why specifically a sea captain?
I mean, there's a boat coming up, and I'm gonna just try to play it cool right now, and just play. I'm just gonna be like, hey, look, I've been waiting for you guys to get here. Come on, I got all these supplies. Let's get them on the boat. Let's get this shit over there. I don't know who's on the boat though. Don't fuck this up for me. Be quiet. Don't fuck this up for me. Be quiet in those crates.
He's
Just
not
let
a
me do
boat.
the talking, all right? Let me do the talking here. I've got this. I got this.
Okay.
I got this.
Okay. I see no flaws in your plan.
First
Hey,
instinct was to jump off the dock, but that's not, and there's not enough room in the crates. Big ass turtle in the crates. I can't get in.
So
I look around for something to get in. I can't see anything that would fit me. So I just immediately reach into my disguise bag, pull out a captain's hat in a fake hook, and put on a mustache on top of my beard. And I'm like, we're gonna make this work.
all right,
No,
all right,
patch.
dude. So, as everybody else hops into some crates to try and hide themselves, Genie, Rowan's gonna quickly get into a ship's captain outfit with the ruse of being the guy with the stuff that needs to be put on this ship. Genie, you're not sure how close they are to you. So I'm going to want you to make a disguise kit roll. But I want you to use dexterity
Okay.
to simulate doing it quickly.
All right.
I think that'll be okay.
No!
Oh my god.
My
God.
You fucking kidding me?
It's a fucking 24. It's a critical hit, you guys.
Let's go.
It's a critical freaking hit, you guys.
Okay.
All right.
I forgot Roan was a quick change artist. In
This is what you pay to see, folks. This is D&D at its best. I have no fucking idea what's about to happen. The ship, the fog, roll in together, almost as one. It's almost as if the fog is like a cloak around the ship. You see it slowly approach the docks. It starts to I want to say Tokyo drift, but that implies like speed and like awesomeness. This thing just starts to slowly drift broadside, and then it kind of like it's making a 180-degree turn. It turns so that the bow is now facing out of the cove. The aft of the ship facing you guys, the back end of the ship facing you guys. And it kind of starts to slowly float down 25 feet, nestle itself into the sort of J-shape dock that you guys are standing on. Well, hiding in crates in, and also one of you guys is standing on. As that happens, simultaneously, as that happens, in the darkness now, as the sun has set, and it is now twilight, this is that sort of post-sunset, early darkness stage. Some goblins, a couple of bugbear, a few shambling skeletons and zombies make their way down onto the docks, kind of from both ends here. There's two ways up the sides of the cliff. There's one that connects to the front of the docks near the front end of the ship. Another path that connects towards the back end of the ship. Just two small groups. A handyman, looks like dockhand workers, people who would load and unload stuff on the ship. As that happens, how about everybody give me a perception check? For those of you who are hidden, I figure you've hidden in a spot where you can kind of still see, maybe out of a hole or something in the crate or whatnot. So just give me a straight up perception, you guys.
That's a natural 20, boss.
Another nat 20? Good lord, man.
No, this is an actual nat 20, not a fake nat 20. I swear to God. That's why I left it there so you could see I wasn't fucking with you.
All right. Reshi's 15 perception. Gene, you got a perception check for me, bud? I know you're a little busy there.
Sorry. I was looking for part of my disguise. I couldn't find it.
No worries, man.
16.
19 plus 3 perception.
19, yeah, plus 3. All right. So with the 21 and 15, at 20. You guys notice that they're just coming down. It's just a group, two groups of ship hands. So one bugbear a piece, a couple of goblins, a couple of zombies, a couple of skeletons in each group. They start, as they're moving along, you can see some of them start picking up stuff off the docks. A couple of them grab some big ass hooks. Some grab some rope. A goblin starts using like all of its strength to drag a very tiny anchor towards the ship. It's very comical to see this little goblin try and move an anchor by himself. But as they approach, they do take notice and are immediately cautious of this mysterious man on the docks. One of the bugbears kind of shouts out in broken common, Who are you? What doing here?"
I would have to say a better question is what took you so god long?
Confused, he says, What do you mean? This is a private dock."
I've been waiting for you to come get these supplies for a week now. You think you think I just can wait around for this stuff? Get it on. Stop asking God dumbass questions and get the supplies on the ship. I got places to go.
Roll a deception check for me. Oh my god. So apparently, my Rachel gifted a tier 1 sub to Amal. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Rachel.
Since I can't roll DM rolls to myself without you guys seeing them on the stream, I have to roll an actual physical die here.
It's a better way to go, trust me.
No, you don't know what I rolled.
You don't know what I rolled.
The guy, the lead bugbear we were talking to, he's like, oh, a week? We were just here a couple days. I'm so sorry, man. I'm so sorry that
you should be sorry. Now get those.
There must have been bad timing.
Especially the really big heavy one over there. The really big heavy one. Get that one on there right now.
Big heavy box coming right up first. Oh yeah.
Turtle shell.
Don't.
You guys are gonna cost me a lot of money.
I was gonna let you guys know I rolled a 1 for my insight check here. He's gonna be like, man, don't tell Trazan that we messed this order up, okay? Like,
look, just
he's on a
ship. Get us on the ship. I'll go with you. We'll be fine. We're not gonna worry about it, Arg.
He's like, oh man, it really means a lot that you'd remember my name, man. Not a lot of people remember just the dockhands names, and it really means something to me,
Look, man, that's how we're supposed to do business. All right, Arg.
It just means a lot.
It's good, man. Let's get this stuff on the look. Look, man, we'll have a pint. We'll drink. Look, I got a nice water skin of the good stuff. All right. As soon as we get out on the open water,
hell yeah,
me and you shots.
He's like, oh, cool, dude. I'll see if I'm actually allowed on the boat this time. Well,
look, you're with me. You're with me, all right?
We'll start getting this stuff loaded up real quick. Heavy boxes first.
Thank you.
And yeah, just man, just please don't tell Trazan about all this.
Your secret's safe with me, Arg.
Yeah, because he probably, he's probably not going to be super happy if he knows that this shipment was here for a whole week and we didn't put it on the ship. Also,
water under the dock, as they say.
Oh yeah, man. Thank you. You're being a real dead ass chug, man. You're good people. It's like I got a guy in my back pocket, in my corner fighting for me, following me, keep giving me good spirits. So thank you for that.
Dark.
Thank you for the follow, dead ass Chuck. The guy starts loading up the heavy stuff onto the ship. You notice, like I said, for those guys who were here the first time, you notice no prisoners this time. You also notice, because you guys got some pretty good perception checks in there. No Drazan on this trip. It's just it's actually the ship itself now is only being piloted by the undead as it takes off from the docks here. I won't have to make a good version of that map for next week, because we did it without combat. So yeah,
I am fucking amazed that worked.
That's why you have Genie around. I'm literally
Yeah.
bugbears Genie.
I'll just bring you guys over. You can see this is. I did
Bugbear.
Genie make
the
this
Bugbear
map.
Whisperer.
You made a whole map for this.
I did make a quick map here for it. Basically this everything. Let me just grab a freehand tool here. Basically everything from like here, like this area in here. All this area was like cliff face, kind of moving upwards, right? And this is like a kind of supposed to be like a snake, like switchback, like a snaking path, kind of down the side of the cliff, right? And then get a different color. All this area would have been like flat, kind of ground. That makes sense. Ketchup and mustard, everybody.
Arg, we did it, and I forgot my eye patch.
So you guys, you're on the ship. The ship is all the physical stuff. Pulling on ropes and making sails catch certain amounts of wind and all that kind of stuff. All that's being done by zombies and skeletons, like corporeal undead. But you can see a ghostly ship's captain, who's at the helm. And there's also, I'm not gonna calm down and say they're ghosts or wraiths or specters or specific D&D creatures here. But you do see ghostly entities, like 6 of them, like in a 3, like 2 rows of 3, one on top of each other. There's like 6 per sail, and they seem to be, you guys can't hear it, but they seem to be screaming into the back of the sails, and it looks like these ghostly entities silently screaming are what's providing the wind in the sails for this thing to fly forward.
That's a terrifying image.
It is terrifying as the sun sets, the stars and moons of Osrynn come out, the ghosts glowing slightly bluish green in the darkness, giving this ship an eerie green dull light as you travel northward in this cove towards the giant fucking skull carved into rock at the end of the Black Reach. We're gonna say through critical hits and critical fails tonight. These are the Osrynn Tales. Thanks for playing, everybody. We're gonna pick up next week as the ship approaches Skull Island, for lack of a better word.
That was it. Skull Island.
Yeah, Skull Island. Sure.
All right.
It works.
Why not?
It works.
Why not?
When we come back, it's strange because when we come back next week, there's going to be a name for it.
There's gonna be a name for it.
Yeah, of course.
There's not gonna be pirates.
I mean, except for me.
Except for the one pirate that we already have.
The Duck Dynasty pirate.
Well, yeah. Thanks for hanging out tonight, everybody.
Thanks, guys.
Remember,
Thank you.
we can use channel points for awesome stuff. All the new people came in on the raids earlier tonight. Thanks for hanging out.
Hell yeah.
I just want to take a quick moment to explain the which one is it? There's one for like adding monsters. Choose a monster.
Choose a monster,
channel
yeah.
Channel point list. Choose a monster. Those you guys can choose basically any monster or monster type from D&D, any of the monster manuals, and I will try and work it into the next sort of long adventure that we're gonna do.
Ooh.
So currently we're doing this whole thing with the undead and the goblins and this Drazan kind of weird dude, right?
Like that.
The devil
Rug
guy.
of
Yeah,
smothering.
rug of smothering. Exactly. So now we Sangretti chose a rug of smothering. I will once they are done with the goblins, which shouldn't be too many more sessions. Looks like we're ramping up to fight Drazan and deal with this problem. The next big quest, I will have a rug of smothering.
I
So that's
just
how
want you
that
to know
works.
this is going to make Rach paranoid, and she's just going to see rugs and just breathe ice onto them. It's really great.
Necklace of strangulation. I like where you guys are going. So that's how choose a monster works. You buy the monster, you tell me what it is, I put it down on a big list, and I use as many of them as I can in the coming quest. Right? So it's not going to be like the very next fight. It may not happen for a few sessions, right? But I try and plan like a theme quest around this kind of stuff. So if we do get, like we have the Rug of Smothering, Viper, Necklace of Strangulation, if you want to save up your points and buy that, so maybe someone else buys like animated armor, and we go with just like a freaky haunted house, everything in it is a mimic kind of thing. It could be real cool. Or maybe you guys choose like giants, rugs of smothering, and like salamanders, and I have to figure out how fire newts and giants and rugs of smothering all work together. It's kind of fun. I just want to promote that one though, the choose a monster reward, because like I said, we are coming up to the end of our first kind of big story adventure here, and we're going to need suggestions for stuff for our next series of quests and things. But yeah, I want to thank you guys so much. I was a little bit late getting the VOD from last week up on the YouTube, but that should be up in a couple of days, and then this games should be up next Saturday at noon Eastern time. You can find those at my YouTube channel. Links should be been popping up this whole stream. Let me grab a link for that, maybe. But yeah, you guys, let them know what you do. Let people know where you can, where you guys can be found for everything else that you do in the world.
I'll start it off. I am not currently streaming, but I'm thinking about streaming this next week with my daughter Molly. We're gonna do Would You Rather, and just kind of play some games off stream, just kind of joke around and whatever. If you want to check us out, it's at Righteous Rachel at Twitch.
I'm Genie Bruh on Twitter and on Twitch. We do a lot of really dumb shit, like 5 days a week. If this was
A lot
any
of fun shit.
if this was any indication of dumb shit, you can follow me on Twitter. It's the best way to holla at your boy.
I'm Sangretti. Every Monday, I watch a movie here on stream. It's a regular, real movie. It's at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. If you like movies, come on out and watch it with us.
8 p.m. now, huh? Time change.
It's a blast.
Mr. Abstracto?
Mr. Abstracto. I've started streaming again Tuesdays, noon to 4 Eastern Standard Time. I mostly be doing art stuff.
Very, very cool. And you guys are here on my channel, Foulsham_art. I stream Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, Friday for art stuff. And obviously Saturday nights at 9 Eastern for D&D. I also sometimes do stuff during the week, so if you want to know what times I'm actually streaming, hop at my Discord channel. Check out the streams. Obviously, all of your channel points in my stream go to messing with us on Saturday nights when we play D&D. This week, I am going to be starting work on a 7-page issue short story for a comic book called Lords of the Cosmos, which is sort of like a sci-fi barbarian fantasy kind of He-Man-esque kind of feel to it. But yeah, that's for another independent comic book creator who lives in Pennsylvania. And it'll be my first paid gig outside of the Osrynn Tales comics that I create myself. So that'll be fun. You guys want to hang out on the channel here and watch me draw some comic books next week. Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, Friday in the afternoons. And Saturday nights here for D&D. We're going to raid out to someone after the credits roll. So stick around for that. And thanks for watching, everybody. Have a great rest of your weekend. See you on Monday. Bye.
Hey, y'all.
Bye, guys. Thanks for hanging out.
Bye.
Lay-